Everybody that thinks it is normal to just consistently get a cold and migraines and headaches and things, the 99% of the population is not educated on their own body and health at all, and it's actually scary, really. So I deem this important information. You can do what you want ultimately with your life. I'm not here to judge anybody. If you want to indulge in polluted food and whatever, obviously you can do what you want. I ain't gonna judge you like that, but it's more the fact that people don't know. Or I don't know if they just don't want to know, or like it's really mind-boggling to me, and actually quite scary how people just have no idea. So let's start with a common cold, right? I got a common cold now. Really, I ate a Quaker's sweet cinnamon flavour fucking pot of oats with sugar and glucose syrup in it, or whatever the fuck. I ate it, knocked out. 2-3 days. I don't know when it's gonna go. It's like I got a lump all plugged in my sinuses. I can't fucking get. I'm like coughing mucus and like it's awful. And obviously mucus, you get mucus. Your body's trying to fucking push the toxins out. It's and mucus. What it does is when you build up mucus through many things, especially like dairy and just in general. You can tell, like, if you like somewhat fast on like fruits for a while and like you clean your system, you'll feel very light if you just cut out all the bullshit, even though it's very difficult because the food is sprayed with pesticides and the water is full of toxins also. You'll feel very light and clean. And then if you go back to like typical dairy and milk in the supermarket, or like oats and so even some like nuts and things, I find it with just general, like for the most part, like most things in the supermarket, if you go back to that stuff after cleaning your system through like just eating fruits, berries and melons for a minute, you'll notice you start to produce a lot of mucus or greenies, like, and I'm constantly like moving this through my system now. I didn't used to. I used to just let it sit there and not being aware of it. So it's a lot of progress, as now I'm constantly like pushing it out, and that's why in my videos I'm going like, and, somewhat like I need to do it. So that's this time anyway, and then the time before I ate 3 packets of Uncle Ben's microwave rice. I know that's quite the quantity, but I ingested these, and that night I woke up and I could feel again the flavour all clogged in my sinuses. That knocked me out for like 2 weeks. That was really rough. And this is what Inspector Veg calls the micrograve. Check out Inspector Veg. I got a snippet of me talking facts like this on one of his tunes called Get That Health. He'll tell you how it is. He'll link you to many people like Dr. Robert Morse, Dr. Sebi, and Mr. Traumatic. They've got it sorted, and even with the cinnamon one that I just on about. So it's like normally I eat it and then I wake up in the night and I can feel it's like fucked my sinuses up, and then it just makes my life more difficult. So it's why I feel like I need to educate people. It's because people are suffering because they're ill, and then like I won't name people, yeah, but like people who are very close to me. Oh, I've got the cold again. It's been like 4 fucking months, and you've had it every like 2 weeks. I've got the cold again. It's not the cold in the air. It's because you eat ready meals for breakfast. That is, like, look at the ingredients, man. Like, people, like, where I grew up, yeah, on Golden Nuggets. Check out the cereal box called Golden Nuggets. What the fuck is that? It's literally just fucking balls of golden, like it must have been deep fried. It's literally just sugar in milk, and then the milk is obviously comes in plastic bottles. There's lots of microplastics and shit these days. Super heavy production. Everything's based on greed, and the milk's I don't know the full nature of everything that's been in my fridge since day one, but I know it's like very common, where they like, I'm confident, obviously there's the organic milk, and the organic is not even organic most of the time, because they actually deceive you on the packaging, because everything's built on money, a good reason why they put sugar and everything, because it keeps you hooked on it like a drug. So the supermarket is just avoid that. So yeah, like the milk, for example, like I'm confident, like the one that says it's not organic, but even the organic one, like when they say organic, they'll just spray it with organic pesticides, or they say it's organic, but the actual thing itself is being engineered by a man and was not actually designed by nature. So say the milk, like, yeah, it's organic milk, but what do you deem as organic? Because the water that you're providing to these cows is full of chlorine and fluoride. These bags have got massive red triangles with skulls on them saying, don't let this touch your skin, and it's in our drinking water. And the reason why I started finding all this out originally years ago, when I was 16, I'm 19 now, is because I was suffering a lot with depression. And the house I grew up in basically told me, I'm not depressed, I'm just being stupid. I live in the first world, what's there to be depressed about? I mean, you got a computer, you got EMF radiation, you got pot noodles, you got Cocoa Pops, you got milk that's full of drugs and pus and sugar. What else do you need? I mean, you got everything you need, right? So, I mean, you're just chatting shit. How could you possibly be depressed? And we're going to get into, like, the NPC. Like, so, well, this is coming from people who have perpetual migraines and headaches, right? And then, obviously, they project this onto other people in the same environment or in the same house. So, right, NPC, what I mean is I'm actually concerned that people have no idea about this. And again, you can do what you want ultimately. I ain't going to judge you. But when I tried, it's that people are actually in the polar opposite paradigm, as if they actually disagree with the health education that I'm proposing. And they think that I'm crazy for the things that I'm speaking. I don't know what it is, because it's scary and it's alienating when you try to tell people that the origin of their discontent, mentally and physically, is their physical health, and their physical health, but you don't understand how deep it goes. Everything that you think is okay in moderation, who gave you this idea? I work in a fast food now, and I know I need to get on my own shit. I'm gonna have to really. I realise a lot recently. I need to sort my shit out really bad. In terms of, because I still work in fucking fast food. I'm still very poor. I'm still depressed half of the time, and I'm still eating pollution, which is why I'm ill now. So I'm preaching it, but I barely practice it because I've been too busy fucking around, just doing other stupid shit. But now I think I've realised. But yeah, it's like somehow people actually disagree with what I say, that the food is the origin of illness. And it's not just, obviously there's other dimensions to health, like yoga, breathing, and posture, and shit like that. Sleep. But yeah, people just like, they're like, what are you on about? What do you mean? Like, I don't even know how to fucking word it. But the idea of an NPC is like a non-player character, non-playable character. Like in video games, you have the fucking fill-in characters in the background that don't have very much depth. Like they just kind of like have a surface level, you know what I mean? Like there's like the main characters in the story, and then there's like the people on the outskirts, and and I'm not saying this is the case, of course, but it's like, it's a very good analogy for how people seem to be, because there seem to be people who understand and care for truth and growth and education and evolving, and then there's people who just like, I don't know, it's like they don't, like, obviously they do exist, but I don't know, they don't, because they're never present. Like, I mean, they do exist, yeah, but how much do they exist if they're in such a low vibration, in terms of they just, and you can see it in people, like their level of presence, their depth of awareness, their depth of understanding, so, but yeah, so, like, So yeah, I grew up on fucking Cocoa Pops for breakfast. That shit is the plague, bro. You need to. And then I used to have like takeaway every week, pizza. And people think, oh, like, oh, we're just trying our best, you know, like, oh, we got no money, like the family, you know, we're just like giving you what we can. Yeah, but like a lot of this shit, like the takeaway is expensive as fuck anyway, so that's not even really true. Inspector Veg, for example, he grew up in an abusive household. No one fed him a vegetable until he was like 21 years old. He didn't touch a vegetable or nothing until he was 21, I heard him say on his old channel. So yeah, it's just, look, you're not meant to fucking get perpetually ill, right? And I see babies around me, like 1-year-olds, toddlers, all constantly fucking spewing snot out their nose, and it's like, that's because the amount of dairy and shit that you're feeding, and like, I don't want to be, because people don't want to hear about it because they don't want to be concerned, and being fearful about the food is a mistake. Just try your best to evolve, and it's no good being fearful about the food if you still indulge in the bad food. So just cut out the shit habits. So yeah, and then obviously, when it comes to the 2-year-long, everyone must stay in their house because there's some bug in the air and you can't see your grandmother on Christmas, otherwise you're going to get a fine and go to jail or whatever the fuck. Yeah, that thing. I can't say it explicitly because of the agenda to censor. But look, I'm not saying anything's solid, right? Here's my opinion. The origin of this, like all illness, is obviously our bodies are weak. The way we live is fucked. We don't understand the levels and the other dimensions of like radiation from the phones and from the internet and that. And I know that's all like, but I mean, it's not deniable. There is shit in the water, and it's people like, because I know there's a YouTube called like Penguins Zero or Moist Critical, and he's like, like, he was talking ironically how, I might actually start believing there's stuff in the water. It's like, but there is stuff in the water. Just fucking look at what's in the water and you'll know about it. But you don't know because you're too busy drinking what's in the fucking water. That it's just made your brain thick. So you can't. You are what you eat. You are what you ingest. You are what you consume. But it goes deeper than food. It's every dimension of all you consume. Division and fear they spread on the news and on the media. I hate because I'm speaking the truth. I'm speaking the truth. Their lies are absurd. If you're looking for proof, you're part of the herd. Take psilocybin and then you'll be cured. Close both eyes and open the third. That was my tune called Truth Till I Die. Check that out. But yeah, Connor Murphy has a good video called The Truth About Sickness The Government Doesn't Want You to Know. Check that one out. And he basically says, like, are you sure that you've just caught some bug? And the same goes with the mental health. It's like people just get these labels prescribed by people who don't know anything about the topic themselves. It's just an echo chamber of false education. But yeah, are you sure it's... Are you sure that you're a victim to the external world? Or are you sure it's not the toxic radiation, the toxic fear state you're in all the time, the toxic media you consume, like the TikTok and the toxic dopamine shit you got going, the toxic water, the toxic food, the sugars, the GMO, the pesticides, the people around you, the trauma? It's like, it goes deep. And I swear down, I've been struggling with depression for as long, forever, really. Like, when I was really young, I didn't really notice it. But as I, like, started to be able to fucking be more thoughtful, and that says something, maybe it's the thoughts. But I'm really trying to deconstruct it the best I can these days. But I swear, a lot of it, it's difficult to be happy when every time you drink water, like, I got the Volvic I used to drink heavy on back in the day, but now it's straight up Volvic. When the truth unfolds, there be no ham sandwiches. An old told in a whore, I make music till everybody knows me. Track so good, don't sell no sausage rolls. It was the truth that set me free for the last 5 years. I looked at the TV screen, no wants, no need. Conscious. I don't want to see my homie order pizza with pepperoni. Honestly, I don't want to see none of my family or my brethren's eating done on me. Avocados for starters, no frankfurters, no chipolatas, spinach, olives, lettuce, cucumbers, tomatoes. Fuck 5 a day, I'll eat 10 a day. I can't stop writing, I can't put my pen away. Wake up in the morning, alkaline food, walk straight to the park, then I meditate. I'm spiritual, I don't watch television and I don't really talk on phones. I meditate and drink herbal tea and read books. You might see me rolling deep in water stones. No sausages and broccoli, and we don't eat hybrid carrots. You might see me in Holland and Barrett's vegetarian blood, and we all eat salad. Put your bacon down, steamers up. But what I was going to say, and there's a when I was abusing psychedelics as well, like about half a year ago. I mean, I've only just stopped really. Magic mushrooms mainly. I gained like some extra sensory perception shit where but like, I mean, you get it anyway, but like it really made me clued up that I could not sip. Volvic seems a lot better, but I was drinking Buxton most days. And basically, like, yeah, so it's obviously you're going to be depressed somewhat. It's hard to be happy, reasonably speaking, when every time you drink water, it actually doesn't hydrate you. Because it goes straight through your system, because your body don't want it, because it's full of fucking plastic. So, yeah. Like when I'm drinking the Buxton, it's actually a really difficult experience most of the time because it's like there's literally a live stream where I drink the Buxton water and it makes me fucking gag. So the reason why I'm so fucked and the reason why the whole world's so fucked is because 11 out of 13 people have got plastic in their blood. All right, so that's it. That's an important fucking message. So pay attention, for fuck's sake. If you want to succeed, the main thing, you are what you eat, right? The health is the base of it all. So just please sort your shit out. And yeah, anyway, I've got 2 paths ahead of me. I can either keep saying the shit I'm saying and never get on top of my shit, which will just be embarrassing, or I can self-actualize full blast. And if I can do that, then it will validate my message, and then I'll be a fucking mafia boss. But if I don't, then it will be pretty embarrassing that I preach all this shit, but I don't even have it within me to actually actualize that in my life. So anyway, thank you very much. I love you very much. Subscribe. My name's OXSN, OXSN, rumble.com/lowercase user/uppercase OXSN, and my main YouTube channel right now is being taken down by YouTube for COVID misinformation when it's actually health education. So I really wish that they would understand what I'm saying here. I think I've tried to make it as solid as I can. Maybe I'll have to stay away from these topics, but like it's difficult, and there's nothing I can do. If I say it as clear as day that the reason why people are getting ill is because our health is not good and the supermarket is full of pollution, if I can't say that, then I don't know what the fuck I can say. And if the platform wants to take me down, like I'll try to be as level-headed as I can. But if I can't say that, then I don't know what I can do. I'll just have to turn into KSI and just start fucking. Is it a real water bottle or is it chocolate? Who knows? That's the kind of content I'll have to be making, like KSI, you know. What content should I make, Luna? And this baby as well. So Inspector Veg done a documentary, like an interview, and someone said in the interview that his dogs found water from the flowers, and they started drinking that, and as soon as they found that, they never drank from the tap again. And then he started filtering the water, and then the dogs drank from the tap. So Penguin Z0, whatever the fuck, Moist Critical, I don't know what the fuck you're on about. The water is full of shit. It's a fact. They don't even hide it. They literally show you that they put poisonous chemicals in the water. And chlorine is like responsible for like so many cancers, I've heard. It's like one of the main causes. Anyway, I love you. Focus on yourself, make changes. Nothing comes quick. It takes ages. You're going to go through many different phases.